spreadsheet. Yeah, I'm what the internet needs, but what the streets hate. It's my birthday. Come blow the candle out on this beefcake. Stop lying. Tell the truth. I am legend. This is the bar you measure to.
We didn't think this was real.
Maybe we should all just wake up and do some music together.
How serious are we about putting together an album?
And that's what kills me is like, I like to be perfect with it, and if
to be honest with you, I have no idea
if
what the
there's
last
a
mistake is.
witness or whatever, like then I'm like, oh fuck, I'll
is that what
restart
this
and
is?
do it from the beginning. But this you can't, so it's like, all right, now I'm with a machine gun and just mowing down everybody that looks at me.
I'm never giving in. If I rise to the top,
I've literally cleared entire streets.
Sometimes I feel lost. I don't know where to begin. And try to stop. Yeah. I can do this.
D-Bird just mentioned to me this idea of going out to a mansion in Texas and recording an album, and that's kind of right up my alley.
People who've never met before in real life, putting them in a house and saying you have this
piles
much
on
time
really
to
quick.
create an album.
Okay, it is a real place. Like,
yes.
No changes available. Like how? There's no way. That's when I got frustrated. I was
White
like,
Collar
there's
Rhymes
no
is
ability
exactly
to
what
do
it
this
says. It's
without
just, you
putting
know,
on my
people
janitor
who
suit,
work
you know?
jobs and rap.
Online collaboration's great and stuff, but like the actual like feeling of being like in the moment and like creating like, yes, we got this, like let's go. And it's a feeling like nothing I've ever experienced.
White Collar bringing heat, we ain't even hit the peak.
It feels like we've known each other for years.
I've seen D-Bird on camera. I've seen his stupid little dab, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I've seen Cody Nash, you know,
But I put on my
jittery and
bellhop
amped up when he's
uniform.
excited about, you know, conspiracy theory he wants to talk about. I would have been more surprised if somebody behaved differently than what I've already come to know.
It's crazy to see you and you and you.
Soul of a golden god by my team. Imagine the rapping and then wrote it up. No
You're gonna be more productive than
trying to find a balance to the Excel when I spreadsheet. Yeah, I'm what the internet needs, but what the streets hate. It's my birthday. Come blow the candle out on this beefcake. Stop lying. Tell the truth. I am legend. This is the bar you measure to.
We didn't think this was real.
Maybe we should all just link up and do some music together.
How serious are we about putting together an album and then having it filmed?
To be honest with you, I have no idea what the last mixtape is.
This is the last mixtape. This documentary.
Oh, is that what this is?
That's what it's called.
Let's do it.
Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. We are here. Who is it? Knock knock. What up?
In your door, waving the 4-4.
Who's that looking through my window? Pow. Nobody now.
Who's that girl? Who's that girl?
What? No, I don't think that fits in what we're doing here.
Oh, I don't know. What were we doing? Just saying stuff.
What up, people? I am Dice. I'm here with none other than D-Bird himself.
What's up?
What up, Bird?
We live.
We live. Somehow or another, we keep doing this, and we made it through another year. It is almost that time of the year that everybody opens up their neatly wrapped gift and finds lumps of charcoal. It's Christmas time, baby.
Triple Xmas.
Have you ever known anybody who's actually like whatever relative was so hateful that they actually gave them charcoal?
No, that would be psychopath. That'd be insane.
I feel like it's. I mean, of course, it's happened, but I feel like there's people. Yeah, I feel like people do that. To me, I equate that to like the parents these days who like punish their kids and they film it and then they put it on social media. Like that's what I equate that to. Like that's just child punishment at that point.
Yeah, abuse.
Yeah,
sure.
But hey, sometimes abuse molds great artists, and you get people like 50 Cent.
Look, I said it once. I'll say it again. Supriya, you are a monster for not allowing your child to eat his Halloween candy he spent hours collecting. I'll stand on that.
Who is Supriya?
It's one of my old coworkers.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Never watches this show, so she'll never know. And none of my friends do either, because why would they support me?
Why?
Fuck that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're gonna go out all night Halloween collecting candy, and at the end of it, choose one and then bring the rest into work. I was like, oh, sweet, jackpot for me. But wait, your kid collected all this and he got one Butterfinger?
Is it like a big like trash bag full or like a bucket full?
It was like a full basket. Like he probably had a full pillowcase that they put into a basket to then bring into work.
That's like when you like leave your house for the first time at 18, you find some shit post about a job, lucrative business opportunity. You go out, they say, hey, all you got to do, cold call these numbers, make a couple sales, boom, we'll pay you. You sell, you meet your quota. You're like, okay, where's my check? It's like, oh yeah, here's your, 5% of total revenue that we made from that shit. And you're like, what? Where's the rest of my money?
Are you adding me? Are you attacking my life story? Because that sounds very similar.
I may or may not be referencing similar events. All similarities to actual persons is just happen chance.
Yeah, like South Park said.
Yeah, it just happens to be Donald Trump with the devil in the bed.
Having a butt baby. We should celebrate.
I need to catch up on South Park.
Biggest announcement today in real life at 9 p.m. Eastern. They're interrupting Survivor for a very important message. I can only imagine it is Satan is delivering his butt baby.
Who's interrupting Survivor?
Donald Trump, the president of the United States, is literally saying, I have an important mystery announcement at 9 p.m. Eastern. And Survivor's like, well, fuck, our finale. Well, I guess we'll pause it until he's done jerking off on camera.
What do you think is going to be announced?
So there's been wild speculation. Some people are saying it's going to be like, we're at war with Venezuela. Well, officially, according to international law, if you barricade, block oil tankers, whatever, that's an act of war. So maybe it's that. Carolyn Levitt said that he wanted to brag about all of his accomplishments. So it could be that.
Could be that.
Just sitting there in his shitty diaper being like, we've done so much. And meanwhile, it goes on for an hour and a half while I'm wondering who's going to win Survivor. This is worst case scenario for me.
I could definitely see him like listing off the things that he accomplished for the year as like, here's what everybody needs to know. Let me interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to tell you about all the things that I've done for you on your behalf.
Yeah, the economy's great. Inflation never been lower.
We should do this on the Discord. Like we should wait until like the lounge is like mid deep in some sort of argument and then just at everybody and say, hey, we're going live right now. Let us tell you about all the things that we reviewed and that we did for the community in the last month. Look at the scores that we gave out. We gave out 3 10s in one show.
Honestly, we really should. Instead of Thanksgiving, where we're like, here's why we're thankful, this is like a month later where we're like, here's why you should be thankful for us.
You should appreciate us. And here's why.
Yeah, I like this idea. Here's all the reasons you should be thanking us, you fucks. Yeah, it's good.
It's time for some us. And I love us. And nobody loves us more than us, right?
That's true.
But no,
I'm looking at the Twitch chat, and there is a blank Nikki Joe space on the screen. And it just reminds me of it's just us two today.
That's true. Yeah.
Makes my heart bleed.
Nikki is traveling. I think she said she'll be back next Wednesday, but I'm not sure. We'll find out.
I'm just saying, as much as I love us, maybe make me bigger instead of having this blank space. Maybe make me bigger.
Okay. All right.
I love us. Maybe make me big. That's all.
Here we go. I chose the wrong layout. That's what happened.
Now it's restarting. There we go. Okay.
Is that better? Does that fulfill your Trump-like ego?
It's a drop in the ocean. It's a teardrop in the ocean, but it's a start.
I gotta say, not to spend a lot of time talking about the president, but what's up with all the White House renovations? What gives? Why do we need to do this?
Well, because we have to, make it his permanent. He's not going to leave, so he's going to demolish it and make it in his own image. He's also putting plaques underneath Obama and Joe Biden, basically talking shit about him, like, oh, worst president ever. Did you know he was black? Also, his middle name's Hussein. And Sleepy Joe Biden, literally, like, word for word, Sleepy Joe Biden, worst president ever, never did shit. Sucks.
Have you seen
baby dicks?
Have you seen the whitehouse.org website in the last year?
I have. Yep.
It's funny to me, like, growing up, we learned we didn't have to, you and I personally didn't necessarily go through a lot of the propaganda from like the world wars. Maybe we saw like the tail end of the Cold War. Ooh, Russia's scary. But it's funny, like, being a full-fledged adult and watching our government turn into a full-blown propaganda machine. Like the official White House Twitter account will like use AI videos of like, look how great Donald Trump is, and he's like stomping on like other countries and like stabbing an American flag in Venezuela, or the White House
literally just shitting on protesters in Chicago.
Yeah, the whitehouse.org website is like, look at all the horrible things that happened during Joe Biden's administration. Then like, here's 11 good things that Donald Trump did in his first year back as president. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I don't know. I heard Joe Biden once took a salami sandwich out of a dying Afghan refugee's mouth and ate it right in front of him, and then watched him starve to death over the next 6 to 8 hours. That's what I heard.
That's what happens when you have Alzheimer's. You kind of forget where you are.
It's like my sandwich. Yum.
I mean, could have happened, right? Maybe.
That's how the information spreads these days. You just say, I heard this. I don't know. Could it be true? I don't know.
That's the one thing that kills me about the internet is like, on every social media account I have, if they have the ability to mute words, one of the first things I mute is in all capitals, breaking news or breaking, because the last thing I need is some random schmuck who I've never heard of logging on, creating an account, pretending that he's a certified news reporter and saying, guess what, guys, breaking news. And it's just some like made up opinion about some shit that may or may not have even be factually correct.
I mean, your opinion is as good as my facts. My opinion is as good as your facts.
Which leads me to my perfect transition of I have a video clip here I saw the other day and it piqued my interest. It's a little bit long, but I think it's worth it. I'm sure you're familiar with Pablo Torre, right?
No. Is that a soccer player?
No. Pablo Torre. He's a news reporter. And Nick Wright. Nick Wright was on Pablo Torre's show, and I didn't catch like the full wind of this back and forth between them, but this clip caught my interest because Pablo basically has accused him of being a falsified journalist. He's like, you don't report anything. You've never reported anything. And at the end of this clip, you'll see it here, but basically it's like, my question before we watch the clip, I'll show everybody the clip. If you do something once really well, can you claim that as like, can you put it on your resume? Like, I know the argument in the chat of this video was like, if you cut somebody's hair really awesome, like the best haircut they ever had, are you a barber?
I think it's so situational and it's case by case, right? Like, you can't give someone Advil and claim you're a doctor. At the same time,
what if
like,
you diagnosed it? What if you're like, you just have a headache and you need some Advil and everybody else is trying to give you Pepto-Bismol?
Yeah, no, there's more to it than that. But also, you can't, like, if you do one murder, yeah, you're a murderer. You know what I mean? So it's very situational.
I think that is the point of this. So let's watch this video because it made me laugh, and I was like, yeah, Nick kind of has a point, but at the same time, I understand where Pablo's coming from. You have never reported anything. I don't know.
Right.
Let's take a look and see. Let me make sure the crowd can see this. Boom.
Make sure it's on screen.
Is one of the best at making it seem like things that are not facts are facts. It's really a skill. And it's happened so many times in this conversation.
You take issue with like the turn of phrase, the fact of the matter?
No. You said the fact that I could do it.
That's just okay. If you would prefer on the pod or on re-listens, just drop in opinion for where I say fact. Because you're right. I use the word liberally in conversation, not as if we were in court. And because I am not the style of investigative journalist you are. I have said that repeatedly. And if you are 100% correct that when I say the fact that I could is being fast and loose with that specific word, the belief that I could is what it is.
But I think this is everything you've said there, which I totally understand, and you're nuancing in such a way that gives you the ability to have your cake and eat it too, which is fine. What I'm saying is that you keep on saying that you could do it.
Yeah, I
think that is factually incorrect based on the available evidence. And I think that the idea of me answering the question with...
Now we're going to dive into it. What's the available evidence?
You've never reported a single thing in your life.
Okay, well, first of all, again, for Pablo Torre finds out, that's a little embarrassing.
So what's the thing you've reported, if we're going to do the game of deep diving?
I mean,
It's a report off. It's a report off.
Marlins 2016 fourth round pick Sean Reynolds has signed with the Yokohama Bay Stars per John Heyman.
Hold on, no. I'm gonna actually answer this, and then we can move on to more important things. Who is the only person in the country?
It was a little mean. It was a little mean. What I did. I'm sorry.
No. It wasn't mean. It was embarrassing. Because who's the only person in the country who, when Adrian Peterson was about to skip on a no-build grand jury for beating his kid, had the police report, his audio-taped confession, every single piece of evidence, and his reporting led to them impaneling a new grand jury and his season-long suspension? The answer to that question is 28-year-old as a side project radio host in Houston, Nick Wright. So, again, is that the only reporting I've ever done? It actually might be. Was it a 10 out of 10 on impact, exclusivity, accuracy? Yes, of course. So does that inform the fact that I think if I actually made it my vocation, I'd be good at it? Yes. But your argument that the lack of evidence is quite ridiculous.
I gotta say, I'm with that guy. He was ridiculous about it and very loud and defensive, but I'm with him because I guess the core of the argument is, could I be a reporter? And that guy's like, no, you fucking can't because you've never done it, or like, show me evidence, show me 10. By the way, I fucking hate that. VA always does this in our arguments. So I see you in the chat, you fuck. He's like, name 10. And you're like, bro, I can't name 10 anything. That doesn't mean that I'm wrong. And the way that this guy was like, oh, well, here's one exact example. And if I went back to my computer and looked through all my notes of everything I've ever said, yeah, maybe there's 10 in there. Right. So I like that. And honestly, yeah, why couldn't he be? Why couldn't he be a reporter? And maybe, well, and, you know, also to that point, somebody said you're muted. Actually, everyone said you're muted. Okay.
My bad. I said,
you want to say that again?
Yeah. So my thing was Nick Wright actually has a kicker, because before we watched the clip, Bird said it's situational. Depends, like, you know, if you murder one person, you're a murderer. If you cut one good hair, are you a barber? Probably not. But Nick Wright actually has a journalism degree from one of the top journalism schools in the country. Did he report one thing in his career of like 20 years? Probably. Was it good? Yeah. Does that make him a journalist? Pablo Torre says no.
I think here's the thing as well. Like, could you be a reporter? Yes. But also, would you call yourself a reporter after having done it once, or a journalist after having done it once? Probably not. You know what I mean?
But let's say that you spent, I don't know, you spent your whole career, you spent 30 years as a bus driver, and then you're like, you know what, fuck it, I want a change of life. COVID happened. I'm tired of driving buses. I want to be a football coach. And somebody gives you a job as a football coach. You're a coach, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, again, that's why it's so situational. Journalism is one of those things where it's kind of right in between. If you're a journalist, that means you're constantly like reporting on stories. So if you're not constantly reporting on stories and you're just kind of a talking head, then are you a journalist or are you a talk show host? You're a talk show host. Until you start switching over and being like, all right, now I'm going to report all the news as it breaks.
Does journalism still exist in the way that we know it, though?
No.
Because
no.
Not very few people read newspaper. Very few people read articles, even the online articles all the way through. Most of the people who grew up in our era as journalists are now like talk show hosts or talk show figures or analysts on, you know, ESPN or whatever show. It's like, does journalism still, is journalism suffering from the same thing that other media is coming through? It's like you have to transform what the definition of, because now it's not, oh, I sold an album. It's, oh, I streamed an album 1,000 times and that equals one album sale. So like now journalism is, you didn't necessarily like, yeah, you still interview, you know, athletes, owners, whatever, and all that stuff, but you're not writing anything down. You're just taking voice notes, and then you're going on some show and you're saying, well, this guy told me this, and I got sources over here that told me that, and you got to take my word for it because I'm a journalist. That's what journalism is now.
Yeah. Well, I also think, you know, people love putting people in boxes. People love saying you are this and this is the only thing you are. And again, if you're a murderer, sure, maybe that trumps everything else. But like, you can be multiple things at the same time. So like, for example, you know, if I'm talking to a casting director, like for sure, yeah, I'm an actor because I was, you know, patient number 3 in Scrubs season 2, right? Now I'm an actor because I did that. But at the same time, no, you're going to see me at Olive Garden fucking, you know, would you like some more cheese, sir? Like, I'm also a waiter, right? So I think you could be both.
When they offer you cheese at the Olive Garden, you say yeah? Are you a yes person?
I'm a don't fucking stop. In fact, give me that. Just undo the top, dump it on. Absolutely.
I forgot who I was asking. Fucking, you bite a block of cheese straight out of your refrigerator.
I literally had like 2 slices of cheese before making an actual sandwich. Just raw dog in the slices.
Why?
Because it's great. Swiss cheese, just slamming slices. There's nothing better.
Y'all live a different life. And by y'all, I mean you people.
Oh, fucking blow pop and Snickers guy over here.
I'm not eating a blow pop.
Like
and
it's
Snickers.
so crazy.
I'm not calling it a meal or whatever. I'm not just like reaching in the pantry like I'm about to have a dinner and grab a blow pop. Sometimes.
Look, I will tell you. So I told you I had like pre-Halloween just the hankering for some candy. I made the mistake of buying a bag of old blow pops. They're fucking garbage. They sucked because all the gum is like ancient. So anyways, they've been sitting in this bowl forever, and I like started unwrapping them because I was like, all right, let's make a dent in this shit. There's ants inside of the wrappers. So just from sitting out on the counter, the ants weaned their way like up the little sticks inside the wrappers, and it was that way for like all the candy. Just
I have a similar story. Like maybe like a few months ago, I kept finding like the random ant in my house, and I couldn't figure out, okay, what's going on? Because I have bread in the counter in the kitchen. I have other, you know, sometimes there'd be fruit out for my son to grab an apple, eat. But the ants would only be in like certain locations. Like one time I found them like coming up behind the oven, and then they were trying to get into the bread. So I nixed that route, but then I kept seeing them in the front room. And like, where the fuck are these ants coming from? And why only in this room when there's a kitchen full of food? They could be eating the dog food. They could be just having a field day in the kitchen. Why are they in the front of the house?
Mm-hmm.
So then after, you know, sleuthing and cleaning up one day, I have 2 fish tanks. One is in the other part of the house, one is in the front room. So I had at one point taken some of these big goldfish flakes and put them in a Ziploc bag, and I put them in the closet next to this other fish tank. So I was like digging through, trying to find something. I think I was fixing something or some shit, changing a filter. And I'm like, oh, here's the fish food. Thousands of ants crawling around this fish food. And I'm like, what in the fuck? Why are they eating the fish food? They just drilled a hole through the wall, came in through the closet just to eat this half-opened bag of fish food. So now I have to like maneuver out these hundreds of ants while my son is like, what's going on? Let me see the ants. And I'm like, got a situation here, kid. We gotta get these ants out of the
No time!
No time. Threw that shit out in the back. But yeah, it's like all the other shit that they have in our house that they could be eating. They're like, nah, blow pops and fish food. I want goldfish flakes.
I mean, for an ant, that sounds like a fucking score to me.
I don't have purple drink. First off, no, I don't have purple drink. I have sparkling waters. Clear American. Shout out to Clear American. Please sponsor us. If you have a local Walmart, I highly suggest you go get Clear American. Fuck the bubbly. Fuck the whatever that other brand is that they have. Waterloo. Get the Clear American because these sons of bitches pack flavor. And they have very good flavors. They have strawberry. They have black cherry. They have peach. I know my black people. All Savant and Almighty VA. I know you like your peaches. Got peach. Delicious. Sponsor us.
Well, I hate all bubbly water because I'm a man. So, gross.
Well, I hope you get diabetes.
That's not far away, I'm sure. Although, between the two of us, it's kind of a race to the bottom, I feel.
Like, who can lose a foot and ankle first?
Yeah.
The man raw dogging cheese or the man who inhales Snickers and Twix paws for snacks? Speaking of snacks, All Savant dropped something in the queue.
Oh, shit. What are we supposed to do with that information?
I don't know, All Savant. What are we supposed to do with this? Listen to it or something? What do you think we do?
I forgot what we do here. I thought this was just a chat line between two friends.
Yeah,
and they're friends that watch.
Don't get on me about the ad. We got to do something around here. We got to make dollars and pennies trickle in somehow. Damn it. All right, we got a song from All Savant. Let's check this out. It's called I Love Women Just Like You. Okay. Drop something in the queue for you. What do I look like? What am I supposed to do with that information? Let's listen to this.
I got a case of a dark symptom. I love women just like you. I love having it by 3, by 2, no, I lose. Anytime you put it on me, know I'm gon' blast. Fireworks and dinner parties, hands up in the sky. You know that I'm weak, in between your thighs. Tell me you won't lie, no. Catch me at my worst now. Can't make no sounds. And I'm coming home to some bullshit. Baby, I can't take it one at a time. Beautiful girls, just wasting my time. I got a case of a dark symptom. I love women just like you. I love having it by 3, by 2, no.
He loves women just like you, D-Bird.
Just like me. Is the stream working? Yeah, it looks like it is.
Better be.
I'm
getting the fuck out of
slow
here.
ass internet. Fair enough. What did you think of this, Dice?
I feel like he's intentionally trying to get me to walk back my last comments that I made where I said all these are a bunch of voice notes because this has some additional layers, some more polished takes to it. But it still feels like it still feels like a voice note. It's just well done voice note. It's like, oh, I messed up this word. Let me go back and re-record my voice note. You know, as and I think he also said these are experimental ideas and he's not sure whether to finish or not. As an experiment, I think this is on the right track. I think you should finish it. It's probably 1 out of 35 that I think are worth finishing. So 1 out of every 5 experiments you have, this is the one that you should finish. I'll give this one a 7. And I'm very easily ready to give him like 4 or 5 because I don't like the shit that I hear. I think this one has potential. It's just missing a beat. I mean, it's just a few guitar strums, so I'll give it a 7 for potential.
Yeah. I mean, if I was to summarize this entire thing, I would say it just sounds a little raw. I guess this is just the fucking story of this stream. Raw cheese slices, raw vocals, raw guitar strumming. Like it's not bad. I like it as an idea and as a start, as a thought. I thought there were some parts where like the harmonies just were a little messy, like the tone wasn't quite on, and kind of likewise it felt like there was some parts of the guitar that were just a little off as well. But at the same time, great start. I'm gonna give it a 7 as well. Kind of in the opposite way. I was like, fuck, this could have been a 10 if some of the technical pieces were cleaned up a little bit more. And so I went down to a 7 rather than starting at 0 like Dice did and going up to 7.
What do you mean? Why do you think that I started 0?
That's what you do. You're like, oh, it's a fucking voice note. It's a fucking 2 from me. Oh, but this one's a 7 because it's so great. Out of all your voice notes, this is one of the best.
That's probably what I do.
That's what you do.
That's what I do. Yeah. All right. I concede. You got me.
Got him.
You got me. That's not a big deal. Sometimes you got to work your way up. You can't just, start out with a full bank account in life and then just have your way, right? Bank account in life and then just have.
I mean, that's
right?
one way to look at it. Or why fucking not? Fill that bank account up before giving birth to me, and then we'll move. Fill that bank account up.
Baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire.
Be a millionaire.
Did you ever get around to watching the documentary? Were you here last week? You weren't here.
I was here last week, and yeah, I plowed through that whole thing, just like Diddy and all of his interns. Boom, roasted. Yeah, man. Watch the whole thing.
Did you?
Is that one of the things you want to talk about?
Not really, but I was just following up, circling back. I was spinning the block.
Basically. I mean, we got to tie off these loose ends. Like a broken condom on the floor of the hotel where he beat Cassie. Look, he's not a good guy. He's not someone to be looked up for. I find it interesting that people, like, I actually didn't know a lot of the shit. Like, I saw the video when it came out of him and Cassie. I didn't know of like all the extra shit. Knew about the rumor of Tupac, but like, the way that they put this together, it feels pretty obvious that a lot of the allegations are true. That's how I feel. That's my opinion. It feels like a lot of the shit is true. So I just find it interesting where like there is nothing somebody can do wrong for some people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I thought it was really fascinating, really well put together. It was interesting hearing the victim statements, and there's almost too many victims for it all to be false. 1 or 2 coming out the woodwork to try and get some money, sure, but like 100, odds aren't in your favor.
100
you know what I mean?
Civil lawsuits is insane. Like, I don't think people. And this was the thing that I was going to say is like the people who were watching it and then after the fact saying, oh, well, 50 Cent did a hit piece and all this other stuff is like, ignore that the documentary was even made. Like, just think in general, like imagine 100 people had a lawsuit against you for like similar or the same thing over and over again. And you have to defend yourself as an innocent person. You're not losing either that public battle or that private battle. I don't care who you are. Like, and sure, he's Diddy, so he might survive on some scale, but like, I think it speaks for itself that like 100 people decided that, yeah, you did something to me that I want everybody else to know about. And it's also something pretty horrendous as a human being.
Yeah. Just to really go out on a limb for a real hot take, I'm against rape and I'm against beating women. I'm just saying it. I'm just going to say it. I'm against those things. They're bad.
That's the hill that you want to die on?
That's the hill I'm dying on. I think those things are bad. They shouldn't be done.
Do you think it's bad because you saw what happened to Sean Combs, or do you think it's bad just in general?
Yeah, I saw how you can get in trouble for your actions, and now I've made my mind up.
I think I saw
We have an echo?
what?
What's happening?
What's happening?
Chat's saying we have an echo
Hold on.
and our audio quality's doo-doo.
Well, hold on. Is there still an echo?
Probably some doggy yaps.
Doggy yaps are fine. Something to do with bitrate. Well, let me look and see.
Yeah, could you not rate my bit? Don't rate my bits, please.
Oh, not that button. Let's see. Bitrate. Ooh, it's in the red.
Oof. What? Oh, what?
What? Hold on. Let me see if something's going on over here. While I do that, I think Almighty VA wanted me to play a song of his. I don't know if that's a good time to do it, but shit.
And it's lagging a lot. Yeah. It's all blurry and lagging. Boo. What is this fucking piece of shit? Yeah. I'm like reloading the stream on Twitch and it's not being very cooperative.
Is it loading at all?
It keeps on saying network error, but it looks like it's doing it now.
It's back up.
What I'm seeing is me saying what from like 5 minutes ago.
God damn. Well, I guess I need
Oh
to...
no, we're good. I see it now.
We're good now?
I mean, so far.
Well, I'm not good. I lost the screen.
Maybe that's what was slowing it down, is you and the screen. You're fucking everything up.
Hold on. I'm just unplugging my screen at this point.
Yeah.
All right.
Typical,
Let's see if that
typical
fixes
dice.
everything.
Yeah.
All right. I still have lost one screen, but everything else seems to be recovered. See if the bitrate has improved. If not, there's nothing I can. Oh yeah, it's back in the green. We're back, baby.
We're back, baby. Almighty VA, what song would you like him to play? Maybe pick out which one, and we can go from there.
Yeah. Well, I figure out why one of my screens has refused to come back to life, but where's stream? I lost a whole lot of shit in this process. Oh, I unplugged the wrong fucking thing. Oh wait, no, I didn't. All right, we're back. We're good. I'm fine. Technology.
I'm so embarrassed.
Technology,
to be
baby.
Part of this podcast.
Well, yeah. If Almighty VA, if you're still out there, what song do you want to play? I'll play it. In the meantime, the other topic that I had. What's wasteful? How do you define waste? This clip is older. It's from the Joe Budden podcast, and they were arguing about the expenses that Joe spends on clothes. Because Joe, I think it came out that he had spent like $1 million a year on clothes. He like spends $250,000 a month on clothes, something obscene. And then
That's wasteful.
Well,
I'll wait to see it.
Yeah, they were having a friendly spat about like what's wasteful or not. Like, does your budget for what's wasteful increase as your value increases, or is it still wasteful regardless of who you are? So let's take a look. Let's take a gander.
spend $250,000 on clothes a year, it should say that's wasteful.
It is, but I'm not knocking it.
I will say it's not.
So, Joe, what makes something wasteful? Maybe that's what. Let's get on the same page. What makes something wasteful?
I think that's on the person.
That's what I'm asking this person. What makes it wasteful?
Yo, this nigga just said, if I spend if I spend $250,000 a year on clothes, Ish says that's wasteful.
He's famous. That's
Nigga,
the part you need.
do you know niggas don't make $20,000 a month? You spending it on clothes.
You trying to make me sound like Burna Boy now?
You spend on the stuff you spend on like wood and tools and shit. That's a part of your job. That's a part of his job. You have to have clothes, though. You have to have clothes. This is a part of it.
But you are sitting here defending some bullshit.
Wait, but what
Joe
makes
can come in here with a white t-shirt on and some sweatpants every day and go to work. He does not have to buy a $3,000 hoodie. He don't got to buy a $7,000.
Famous as he's been for that long, he has to get dressed.
For me, Mark, no, he don't.
Every day.
So I cut it right there because then they get into whole debate about well, how much is your shirt and how much is your pants and all this stuff. And I'm like, straying away from the topic. But, at the end of the day, like, is it wasteful? Like, if you're like Joe Budden, for example, to spend, I don't know, $5,000 on a wardrobe for appearances, is that still wasteful or is it just a part of his quote unquote job?
It's an interesting topic, and my initial take was, of course, just on paper, sure. But also, now that I've kind of sat with it a little bit more, I'm like, people are in different stages, and you can argue about the fairness or the unfairness of that, but people have different levels of income. People are at different stages in their lives. And so I'm at, like, you spend your money however the fuck you want, and people don't get to tell you how to spend it. So people can think it's wasteful, and it might even be, but if you want to spend your money that way, then you have the right to. That's where I'm at. Wasteful. I think wasteful is like there's no use of it. Like if you were taking $20,000 and putting it into a burn pit and just saying, haha, fuck capitalism, that's wasteful because there's no use. There's no reason. If you're Joe Budden and you're like, I spend $20,000 on clothes, well, you're doing that because in your mind, there's some sort of use for that. Even if it's like made up in your own mind, it's has a little to do with intent, you know?
Yeah, I think there's definitely like a personalization to what's wasteful or not. Like even at our measly incomes that we're at, I could go and get fast food right now. I got a kitchen full of food, and in some level I'm being wasteful. Like I could go with one and not the other. With clothes, it's the same thing. It's like, do I need 10 hoodies or can I, have 5 hoodies and just keep washing them? So I think it's like you said, by definition, like, are you getting a use case out of it? Is there a purpose to it? Or are you just like getting it for the sake of like, I'm going to burn it and prove a point? Like that truly is wasteful. Like, and I feel the same way about like, not to be anti-protest, but I feel the same way about protesters too. It's like, I feel like some of your efforts are wasted on the showmanship and not the actual like point to address. Like blocking a highway where other people are minding their business is kind of wasteful rather than like going to the place of the people that you want to protest and making it known that you're protesting them. Like you blocking a highway and causing millions of dollars worth of infrastructure damage and making people late to their jobs does not really get the point across. It just makes people angry and they're like, fuck these protesters. You don't get support from like making people angry. And I think the same thing can be said about like even like the topic of clothes and stuff. Is like, we could be mad at Joe Budden for spending $400 on a white t-shirt, or we can be like, you know what, he feels like he's getting a purpose out of it. That's his job to engage and be seen. More power to him. I don't know. Or you could be like Steve Jobs and just wear a black shirt and jeans the rest of your life.
And deny science, which then makes you die of cancer. Yeah, I mean, and to your point, I mean, as far as protesting goes, right, blocking a freeway was the example. You might find that wasteful. You might find it useless. But on the other end of the spectrum, maybe they're like, look, we're raising awareness for this. There's people mad, there's people honking, but it's going to make the news. It's going to be like, don't go down here because people are, blocking the freeway. Well, why are people blocking the freeway? Oh shit, now I've drawn attention to this thing that maybe people didn't know about.
I have a real world example of this. There's like 3 Starbucks within 5 minutes of my house, which is already insane.
Yeah.
The closest one, well, shit, it's not even the closest. There's literally 2 Starbucks, like same distance, north and south. But anyway, the one in the north, I was going to UPS to return some Amazon shit, so I'm not wasteful. I don't want to be wasteful. I'm like, I don't need this stuff. Let me return it, get my money back, and let them sell it to somebody else. There's a Starbucks by there, and there's an empty field where they might be building something. There's a crowd of protesters standing behind this Starbucks. My assumption was they wouldn't let them stand in the parking lot, A, because it's dangerous. People are like, I got my coffee, let me swerve out of the fucking parking lot and get on the highway. And B, it's like private property, so they're like, get the fuck off of our property, go stand in that empty lot. But they're like standing out in this empty lot behind the Starbucks. Like, I couldn't read their signs. I don't know what they were protesting, but it seemed appropriate to assume they were protesting Starbucks because they were right behind the Starbucks. And I don't know what they were protesting. Maybe I, as a upstanding citizen, should have gone over there and been like, hey, guys, what seems to be the problem? How can I uplift and bolster your angst and your frustrations and support you all? But instead I was like, look at these fucking morons standing behind the building. Nobody's going to see these idiots. And I went back home. I'm just glad they didn't block the fucking drive so I can get out of there and go home.
Not all protests are as well thought out, right? There's a lot of different forms.
It's like, if you're going to protest, do it in a way that, like Bird said, where it will, maybe it's not disruptive, but it will spark somebody to ask a question like, oh, what are they protesting? And look into it a little bit more instead of being like, look at these dumbasses standing out here in this empty lot. Like anybody's going to give a shit that they're protesting.
I'll give you another real life example that happened to me. I went down to LA for work. There was some stupid conference, whatever. I was just in there for like a night or two and going to bed, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, whatever. I get woken up by people banging drums and like cymbals. And there's like a full like marching band. And it just never stops. It went throughout the entire night, and there's people yelling on megaphones. And of course, in your room, all you hear is rah, 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 rah. You're like, what the fuck is happening
what is going
here?
on?
So I woke up the next day and 7 a.m., 8 a.m., whenever, they were still at it, out front of the hotel. Rah, 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 rah. And come to find out, it was the hotel employees. There was like half of the hotel employees went out there to protest their wages. They're like, we're not getting a living wage, we're whatever. And I kind of shrugged and said, well, I have no power to control this.
Yeah.
So this one isn't for me, clearly. Like, I'm
a thing.
tired and
that must be a thing in California, because a couple years ago when I had to go out there, I was in Anaheim for a conference. Like my last day there, it was similar. Like there was a bunch of people out banging drums and like cymbals and shit. And I'm like, what is going on? I think they were like the hotel employees or like, what do you call it? Union people like protesting on their behalf, but they're just like out in front of the hotel, like banging drums and shit. And I'm like, I can't do anything for you guys. I feel your plight, but I'm trying to sleep.
And so now, like, taking a step back, I'm thinking like it wasn't really for us. It's to inconvenience us and make us complain. And then all of everyone's complaints of like, there was banging on outside all night. That's how you get to corporate and like hoping that the embarrassment of like, fuck, we got to shut these people up, will cause some action from corporate. Right.
Well, as a child of the 80s, I'm a huge advocate of FUBU, for us, by us. And if it's not for me, it's not going to be by me.
Fuck 'em. Got it. Got it.
I mean, I get it. Like I said, if I have some like if I know somebody who is in that situation, like, oh yeah, my buddy works for a hotel, they're fucking him over, sure, I'll get behind it. But the older I get, I think I tend to be less inclined to risk things that I don't know what the outcome could be. Like I could go out there like, yeah, sure, I'll hold this protest sign, and then next day I see my fucking mugshot on some news clipping on, Twitter, and they're like, these people were looting and vandalizing the hotel because of unfair wages, and then Trump is like, yeah, that fucking rapper from Texas, he fucking looted Target, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like that one guy who, I don't know if you remember this, but there was one guy who like they used his face as like an unemployment picture on Twitter, and they're like, unemployment skyrocketing. He's like, I'm not even unemployed. What the fuck?
That's funny as fuck. That reminds me of the. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, so I don't want to become like the poster child of something that I have no knowledge of just by like supporting somebody else's plight.
Yeah. That reminds me of the Friends episode where Joey gets a high-paying gig. He's all excited, and it turns out he's like the face of AIDS in the city. He's like on the billboard. It's like got AIDS or whatever, and then so he's like struggling in his dating life. He's like, no, like it's just a paycheck. Like I don't have AIDS.
Yeah, it's like it's like when they hire non-handicapped actors for handicapped roles. Like, come on, guys, you couldn't cast somebody already in this fight. I gotta be handicapped. Now every time regular people see me, they're like, oh, you're the guy who had the butt problems. You got the hemorrhoids. You were the hemorrhoid cream guy. Don't want to be that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
All right, we got some more tracks that were dropped in the queue. Apparently people want us to shut up. It's okay.
How many people we got out there? Say hi in the chat if you're still clanging drums and smacking bums.
Got one from the Fallen Dove and then a beat from Noir. Let's check out this one from Fallen Dove. This is called Is There More? What up, Noir?
Oh, hello, Noir.
Hello.
Is this Fallen Dove?
Okay, that was the Fallen Dove. Is There More? Production piece this time, no vocals. I'm struggling with this one. Like, from a technical standpoint, there's not too much wrong with it. It just doesn't really jump out to me. It doesn't really I don't know. I'm not resonating with this one from the sound choices, but I think the arrangement is okay. Just something about it just feels plain. Like it feels like I ordered a sandwich and all I got was the meat and the bread and maybe some mustard on it, but there's nothing else about it that makes the sandwich any different from a sandwich that I could have got from any other place. That's kind of how I feel about it. Is like you didn't technically do anything bad or offensive, but it just feels very plain. I'll give it a 6 though.
I feel like that's kind of where I landed too. I mean, the reason I was like, this is Dove, is because I remember you said two names, Dove and Noir. And I was like, I don't feel like this is a Noir beat. And the reason I felt that way is it just felt a little simple, right? And like Dice said, it's not like a bad, like, oh, my fucking ears, right? Like, it's not that. It's just the way I was thinking of it was two-toned, right? Because you had that synth in the back that was da 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 da, and it was kind of that the whole time with a couple like other layers in it, but no real differentiation, no real standout parts. It just kind of it happened, you know. And it kind of felt that way about the drums as well. As like you have like, especially because you pared them down so much, there was just like these 808s. And then eventually you added some kicks and some snares too. But like, man, it was kind of a long plodding, trudge to get there to the drums. And I think all of the sounds were okay. They just needed to have more to kind of the arrangement to make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm at a 5.
All right. You want to get right into Noir's beat then?
Let's get into it. Fuck it.
He said that we will either love this or completely hate it. I feel like
I want to do the opposite of whatever he thinks I'm going to do.
So you're going to either hate it or completely love it. Got it.
Yeah. I want him to say what he thinks I like, then that's how I feel the opposite way.
Here is War Chants. Enough of that?
I think I get it.
Do you love it?
Honestly, and this isn't me trying to be funny. I was kind of neither. So I guess I did do the opposite of what you expected. Yeah, because I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. Like parts that I liked. I liked the drums. I think you always have solid drum sound choices. And like it kind of felt like a solid drum track with random noises throughout. You know what I mean? Like you know, and it's like it's alternative enough. I think with the right rapper, like they can do a lot with this. And when I was like picturing like, okay, what patterns would fit over here? Like there was, now what I do when I listen to Noir tracks, I think of that other guy, Kami or whoever he had.
Femi Isola.
Femi. I'm like, how would Femi handle this? And in my mind, Femi did some great shit with this. So I'm not mad at it, but at the same time, like, yeah, it felt like solid drums with random inserted noises. Like here we are on a safari with a fucking elephant, and oh, here's a random white chick screaming because Indiana Jones left her in the room alone. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna give this a 7, a confused 7. I don't hate it, don't love it.
I'm in a similar boat. I didn't not like it, but I for sure didn't hate it. When I was listening, I was trying to picture what kind of track could be done on top of this, and the only thing that I could kind of think of is like some Slaughterhouse style or some like group track where everybody just kind of come in and basically showcases themselves. Like I couldn't picture a topic on this beat. You know what I mean? Like this beat doesn't say give me subject matter, it just says give me bars or give me like shock value lines. And so the only thing that I could think of is like, oh yeah, I could picture like Eminem and Slaughterhouse each like coming in and like doing a free verse on top of this, or JID and I don't know, whoever the hell that he hangs with now that Diddy is locked up, doing tracks over this. I guess all the people in Atlanta, since he's from there. It feels narrow, and I think that's where I kind of settled it. It feels narrow, like it's not as open-ended as some of the beats that Noir has, but I think it's still polished. I don't mind like the random white women screaming. I quite like it.
I knew you'd like that part.
Quite like that part. But yeah, I don't mind like the sound choices. I just think that it feels more of a, if I had to classify it, I'd say like this would be a side project from Noir's day job. You know what I mean? Like let's say, my main job is to make beats for rappers. Every now and then I make this one little one-off thing, and this is like a side project.
But you can't be two things at the same time. You have to be one. You're either a journalist or you're not, Dice.
If you make one good beat, you're a producer.
Fair. Depending on who Drake's, you make one good beat, Drake runs with it. Yeah, you're a producer.
Yeah, you make one beat and it's like the best thing that Drake has ever did. Everybody's coming to you for production. Like you're a producer.
And you're like,
now.
no, I already hung my jersey in the rafters. Sorry.
If you're like McConan, how do you say that guy's name? McConan, whatever the hell his name
I love
was.
McConan.
McConan, yeah. You make one good song and Drake is like, I'm gonna feature myself on your song. You're an artist now. Now, if you fizzle out and nobody wants to listen to your music anymore, that's totally separate topic. I'd give this a 7.5. I don't feel like it's lower than that, but I feel like I can't go higher than that.
And this is why we have 2 heads, 2 ratings. I don't feel like we're always super far apart, but I do enjoy when we are. I love when you're low and I'm like, no, this shit's a 10.
Usually on these beats, you're like at like a 4. You're like, oh, I hate this African shit. I hate this African shit.
Whoa.
Get this Nigerian shit out of here. And I'm like, whoa, hold on now, buddy.
I only asked a question once of a specific beat, which said like tribal, like soul chants. And I was like, I don't know that I can do this one.
You hate tribal shit one time. Does that make you a tribist?
I don't think it does. I don't think it does.
You hate one black person. Does it make you a racist?
Look, is it racist to not enjoy any beats that have like Middle Eastern samples?
Yes.
Okay. Now
you gotta like a good Middle Eastern sample. Gotta like it.
Just not for me.
That should be a new segment for us every Wednesday. Is it racist?
Is it racist? Yeah, that sounds fun. Seems like you'd get a lot more grace than me.
Well, we got to skew the odds in your favor then, right?
Yeah. Is it racist to not spice your food? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't invite me over and it's just like plain. Don't invite me over and give me like slices of Swiss cheese. That's
Bro, I can't.
That's racist.
Honestly, that would be so fire. Like, hey, everyone, come over for dinner. It's just like a plate with like 2 slices of Swiss cheese just laying there.
If I show up to a homeboy's house and they're like, yo, I prepped some meals for everybody, and it's just like slices, different selections of cheeses. It doesn't even have to be one cheese. If it's just different cheeses, I'm getting up and I'm leaving. Don't offend
charcuterie?
There has to be meat. Don't give me just cheese. Give me salami, give me ham, give me something. Don't just give me cheese.
I'm with you, but also...
No, you're not. You don't sound like you're with me.
Like, of course, I'd be like, okay, lazy. Like, where's the cheese? Where's the crackers? Anything above and beyond that, like olives, fucking gross. Like, stop. Who are you trying to impress? Gross, yeah.
Olives. But what are those? The black things? What are they called?
Is it racist?
Is it? You know what I'm talking about. Not
Olives.
olives.
I don't know.
No, olives are the green things with the red middle, right?
And they make black olives too. They make
those are olives too. Okay, well, fuck all olives.
They're fucking gross. Yeah,
disgusting.
Fuck them all.
Anchovies, get them out of here.
Agreed.
Yeah, see, we agree on a couple things. I mean, you may hate pickles, but we can agree on
stuff. We mostly agree on because you're kind of pickier than I am. I feel.
I'm not picky. I just know what I like and what I don't like.
Well, still got to get you on the microwave Dago waffle train.
You know, funny story. Took the kid to get some ice cream at Walmart yesterday, and I turned around and I looked at the Eggo waffle boxes, and I was like, should I? I should have gotten them and then set up this moment where I, on my own free time, put it in a microwave, slather it with peanut butter, and see why does D-Bird enjoy this so much.
Dude, I'm telling you, you're gonna like it, and like I already put all the instructions on my TikTok. I made this video like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And every time I log into TikTok, it has like 100 new likes, shares, favorites, comments. I'm like, holy fuck. It has like viral. It went viral accidentally, and I only made this video because we talked about this 2.5 years ago on our podcast about how it's the best, and no one believed me.
Look, I'm willing to try a lot of things. I can just visualize the taste of it, and it just disgusts me. I'm just nothing, no offense or anything. I just like, man, there's nothing about that sounds appealing.
Full offense. Tell you what, before Sunday, so we'll be back Sunday reviewing music. Before Sunday, you do that, and then I'll try something of your choice. We'll do a little culture exchange, as we've talked about in the past. You microwave and I go, put some peanut butter on it, Jif crunchy peanut butter, log cabin syrup.
I have smooth peanut butter.
It doesn't have to be, I guess. Peanut butter.
It sounds so heartbroken. Like,
no, I am heartbroken. I was like, well, it's not the exact same. So it
I know what you have to try.
What's that?
Salt and vinegar chips and strawberry applesauce.
I'm kind of in. That sounds crazy. Strawberry applesauce?
Strawberry applesauce. The Mott's strawberry applesauce. I don't have a little jar near me, but go to the store or order whatever. You people who don't go to the store, get the Mott. Don't get the store brand. Trust me on this. Store brand does not taste anywhere near the same. It's not good. Fuck the store brand. Just get the Mott's strawberry applesauce. Get you some salt and vinegar chips, whether it's Lay's, whether it's Pringles, whichever. Take a bite of a chip. Take a swig of the applesauce. Crunch it together. I'm telling you, it's heaven. The contrast.
Why do I feel like this is some internet shit where it's like, oh, my mouth is gonna explode, my tongue goes flying off?
I literally have the leftover chips from when I was enjoying it earlier today. It's not an internet thing. This is my real life. Like, fuck, I hate work. Let me get some strawberry applesauce, some chips. I will.
All right.
Can I get? Well, let me ask one question. Can I get strawberry waffles? Does it have to be plain waffles?
No, you have to get plain.
Fuck, man.
And
I'm getting
log
strawberry
cabin
waffles.
syrup. Look, I'll text you what I put on. You do your best to find those things, and then likewise. Meanwhile, Produced by Noir wants us to listen to another song. He did tip to make us shut the fuck up. So, I'm open for it. Let's do it.
By do my best, I'm assuming it means just do what I feel. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Here's Mimosa by Noir. Thank you for the tip.
JID type beat.
Noir, is this like a sample loop, or do you play the piano yourself? I don't know if I've ever asked you that. I think I know how it feels. I like this one a lot. I know I like it more than the last one. I like the "This Is You." That's dope, man. I like this probably a little bit more knowing that, for no other reason than subjective. Yeah, I like the piano. I like the drums. The only thing I was thinking is maybe like you could play with the drums in the transition a little bit more. Like, I think it was like right here-ish. Like you did the snare like twice, the dut dut before it came in. Maybe like a little like drum transition, something like. I feel like you can be a little bit more flashy with it. It's basically where I'm at. Like it feels solid. Like you got a solid foundation. I feel like you can put a little bit more color to it to like bring it out a little bit more. But I like it as a staple, and I like the feel of it, the vibe. I give it a very strong 8.5, like maybe a 9 if I'm like in my writing groove. But I think it's a very strong like work in progress, because that's taking it as you put work in progress in the title. It's very strong work in progress. 8.5.
Here's where I'm at. I like it. I loved the sample. The one kind of piece of constructive criticism, or the thing that stood out to me the most about it, was if we're talking about the balance of the different sounds, it felt like the drums were way too loud. It sounded like specifically the kick. I don't know if you stacked kicks, if you doubled them up, but it sounded like the kicks were a bit much in comparison to kind of the chill piano beat that you had. Because like at the end of the day, if I'm looking at the vibe of the song, like this is kind of a more laid back, like, thought provoking, like, existential, let me tell you about my feelings type track. And at the same time, when you have these hard thumps, it's like, oh, well, are we partying? Are we like panic? Let's, it's fight or flight mode. You know what I mean? So I think if you bury the kicks a little further into the beat, it'll kind of match the vibe that I got from it a little bit more. But that was really my only thing. It's kind of a small, really a small note that I had, but everything else I really enjoyed. So I might give it a 9.
Word. Shout out to Noir, which yet again reminds me I need to do Member of the Year stuff. We'll do that this weekend.
We are very bribable. So be like, I showed up to your Twitch right when D-Bird said you're bribable. Maybe even mentioning that is good enough to get you on the leaderboard.
Would that work in politics? Is like, yeah, I got elected for senator right when somebody just gave me $500,000.
Yeah. I mean, these days, it's like, give me money for my support. It's like, it's just so blatant. And it seems like that's the place to be. Yeah, sign me up.
Honestly, the older I get, the more I understand old people. If somebody like came to me and like, yo, here's a blank check for this questionable thing that I need you to do, but nobody's going to punish you. You're not going to go to jail. It's just going to look funny on your resume. I'm like, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Put it in the bank.
Psycho Parasite coming back full steam. We asked you like a year ago to drop what song you wanted us to play, and we'd play it, and you never responded. So what song, Mr. VA, would you like us to play of yours?
Sounds like hate to me, Bird.
Yeah, I get confused by that a lot.
Monster Hunter. I played that for like an hour, and then I never opened it up again.
I don't know what that is.
Bird, tell me about the new Call of Duty, because I heard that it is complete trash.
I haven't played it, to be honest, but it seems like I've watched a lot of clips. I've seen a lot of the shit. It seems like they made the same exact fucking mistake that made everyone leave the first time, where you're like, I'm in a flying robot suit and I'm like Nicki Minaj now. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. The reason people liked Call of Duty in the first place is it was realistic and you don't have to like contend with tanks and fucking jets that are blowing you up. It's like, no, just give me my normal M16. I'll run around and shoot people and jump into the foxhole guns blazing. It's not that anymore. It's like, let's do our anti-gravity machine, and yeah, it fucking sucks.
I saw 2 clips that made me totally feel validated that I never went back to Call of Duty. The first one was somebody with like a little zip line gun, and they were just like yo-yoing back and forth, like shooting at some guy, and he's just like, what the fuck do I do in this instance but die? And they're like zipping back and forth. And then the other one was just people like taking these clips of like, I guess you're hallucinating or some shit, and these weird things are appearing, and they're like, what is Call of Duty anymore? And I'm like, yeah, what is Call of Duty?
Yeah, I saw one even before the new update where it was like Nicki Minaj got like attacked from behind, and then the little like finishing move was like a unicorn that like shot out a rainbow that killed her, and it's like, what are we doing here? It's like,
yeah,
it's not fucking Fortnite. Leave Fortnite alone.
Exactly. Not every game. I understand that Fortnite has gained an immense amount of popularity and success, but that doesn't mean you emulate everything that they do. We don't need reskins of characters in every single shooter.
Dude, and the partnerships killed me. It's like, oh, do I need Logan Paul running around? Like, get the fuck out of here. Absolutely not.
That didn't make you want to buy more DLC for Call of Duty?
I've bought the DLC like 2 or 3 times. The horror one got me. I think I was like Jason or Freddy or something. Yeah, it's got me a couple times, but
I knew
they just got more and more goofy.
Maybe if we get both of the Paul brothers in there, we'll bring you back to the dark side, Bird.
Yeah, I just didn't want Logan. I wanted
You
Jake.
wanted Jake. All right, let me talk. Maybe make some phone calls. We'll get Jake in there. In the meantime, Almighty VA wants us to play Soul Ties from his latest project called I'll See Myself Out. So let's take a listen to that.
Right track. Be right back.
Produced by Noir. What do you know?
Be right back. Even when I'm wrong, I'm on the right track. Told them I'd be gone, but I'll be right back. I ain't on my own, cause what my life lack. Working on my soul to get my life back. Even when I'm wrong, I'm on the right track. Told them I'd be gone, but I'll be right back. I ain't on my own, cause what my life lack. Working on my soul to get my life back. Either pay now or Klarna, Fora or a fauna. Done here, fuck with a hotel in Rwanda. Words up on the wall and ain't a poster that I'm fond of. Inch closer, these niggas take a foot, but I'm a yarder. Screws loose, therapy for me to soothe truth. Sliding off the heels like the shoes loose. Only took a year for me to pull through, and only took a year for you to use you. I can make you believe in hope again. Been reality and leave an opening. Want so fucking much that I'm supposed to win. Better check the fighting laws like his mocha chip. Smith and Wesson don't want me to bring that tech in. Place the perfect piece, Nirvana, your recollection. Play upon the strings, the harmony of a lesson. I've been moody, guitarist of evanescence. So what? I've been obedient. Salad lawyer, coleslaw, it's a gradient. Halfway, can't turn around, it's the media. Trying to connect, but I don't want to take the lead again. Flight takes, take flights, it's a speedier. Explosions in the sky we leave behind, we put the CD in. If it's highs or lows, what's the key in? Still he's top 5 with the CD in. You know CDN, CDN. Delivery content from the CDN. Still on the throne from the CDN. Forward progress, he can CDN. Greatest when you cutting off the loose ends. Greatest when you know you gonna lose friends. Greatest when you know they wanna hang, but it really ain't the same. You just showing what a noose is. Even when I'm wrong, I'm on the right track. Told them I'd be gone, but I'll be right back. I ain't on my own, cause what my life lack. Working on my soul to get my life back. Even when I'm wrong, I'm on the right track. Told them I'd be gone, but I'll be right back. I ain't on my own, cause what my life lack. Working on my soul to get my life back.
Right, that was Soul Ties by Almighty VA, produced by Noir.
I love his singing at the end.
Yeah.
Did a really good job there.
Didn't know he could hit notes like that. Really surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah. Sounded great.
Beautiful stuff. He said it's his favorite on the project. It's not my favorite, but I think it speaks to the consistency of the project. I think all of the songs like consistently have that level of effort behind them. I know he spent a great deal of time putting this project together. I like the song. I just like some of the other songs a little bit better. I think this song for me was like an 8 if I had to give it a score.
Did you mix it?
Yeah.
Kind of felt like you might have, just from there was a couple chops. I was like, that sounds like a Dice thing.
He told me to put some spank on it. He's like, it sounds good, but there's no spank on it. Put some spank on it.
Spank. No, I liked the spank. The one piece that I was like on initially was the effect on the chorus, which I'm sure you probably guessed. Something about the fucking high pass filter. maybe I just don't like in general. The second time it came around, I liked it more. But the first time I was like, ugh, I wish it wasn't on there. The bars are crazy though. Like the noose line at the end. I've got to say this. Ben Moody? How the fuck do you know the guitarist of Evanescence's name? You just lost all the street credibility. Okay. I don't even know the fucking. I don't even know the guitarist of Evanescence's name. Did you know that, Dice? Ben Moody?
Yeah.
What? How in the world do you guys know this?
Who doesn't know? Only you.
Evanescence, first of all, love them. Wake me up, but like hasn't been relevant for like 10, 15, 20 years. Shots fired. Fuck you, Evanescence. Come at me. Great line, but I was like, how the fuck do you know that? I had to look it up. I was like, Ben Moody. Oh, American musician from Evanescence. All right. But yeah, sprinkled with great lines, great metaphors. I love the CDN series as well. I think that worked out really well. Wasn't my favorite off of the project either. I think I told him I had two favorites and I mentioned them. I think one was the Rogue Jepsen one. And then there was like an interlude that I was like, fuck yeah. But this one, yeah. I'm gonna give this a 9 if I was to give it a rating.
Word. Well, appreciate Almighty VA for sharing that with us. If you haven't, check his project out. It's called I'll See Myself Out. And whenever he gets a little bit rambunctious, it's best that he does that. So thank you for being self-aware. Appreciate you. All right. Bird, did you have an out of 10 that you wanted to do? I know I dropped the ball and I didn't have anything prepared. You want to spitball one, or are we wrapping up the show?
Well, I guess Psycho Parasite just made a good point. I actually did a verse to Vivitrol, sent it over to you to mix. Where are we at on that progress, Mr. Dice?
We need to release it. He just told me like literally within the last 24 hours. Said,
so it's all mixed. It's all good.
It's all good.
Okay, cool. Want to listen to it?
I guess. Okay. Fine.
I mean,
hold on. Put me on
like,
the spot.
I was like, well, I haven't heard it mixed yet. I sent over my raw vocals, and even then, I was like, yeah, this has a bit of a knee slapper. Huh.
Put a lot of a high pass filter on your part.
Good. I love also how he's like Vivitrol, the chemical compound that makes alcoholics not want to drink. Who should I have on this song? Oh, Bird's an alcoholic. Let's do a song about not drinking with this guy. He's like, this guy needs to stop drinking. Here's a song about it.
All right, well, let's take a listen. Here is Almighty VA Vivitrol featuring D Bird, produced by Noir again.
Am I gonna be alright? Party's gotta stop sometime, I know that much. Every liquor bottle that I last touch got me tripping, maybe this a bad crutch. Back up, take me back in the days, getting hazed. My fraternity was certainly the place where I learned to keep pace. Never pulled the e-brake, maybe more than 12 steps away from being saved. But hey, feeling pretty good, got my buzz on. Hey, turn I think you're drunk into a love song. Wait, what can I say? When the kitty's out, Mighty Mouse gon' play. Put it in your mouth, get it out the way before everything goes south like the town parade. Rain while I'm floating on this cloud surrounds my brain. Things change, we all rose up from the ground, still need a raise. We chase after weekends and then Monday feel the pain. It'll never be explained, sideways on the streets of rage. Why got a double fist high kick game when I'm blacked out? Used to be next up, playing with a stacked house. Throw a sixer back, then I pass out. Find me in the cut, that's a bad route. Doubts are creeping in, I hope that I can keep up. Take another sip, might be the last thing that I need, but
I've been losing consciousness, can't tell my wrong from right. This Vision color purple, all my life I hit the fight. Drinking till I spit up heavy, spinning poltergeist. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. I've been losing consciousness, can't tell my wrong from right. Vision color purple, all my life I hit the fight. Drinking till I spit up heavy, spinning poltergeist. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. They say I'm belligerent or delirious. I would say I'm dollar drunk, but that don't make a lick of sense. Not a lick of sense. I know that I'm guilty of things, my feelings are innocent. Am I innocent? Nothing's been adding up, sometimes like it's intimate or intimate. Constantly watching my consciousness go in and out, suppressing the feeling of doubt. For the leech content to the seal, just tell them I'm feeling it out. Receipts at a brill, oh well, hell yeah, long trail, under a spell, so pale, winning too much, in need of a nail, indeed doing well, coin toss this wheel, with you let the air clear it, gotta bear with it, taking dark shots with a clear bucket, that's a pale spirit on a dare mission, stove top, that's full eyes, impaired vision, I stare different with the glare lifted, gotta watch myself, there stairs missing, goddamn, staring at this bottle with my name on it, damn. Steering in my lane, trying to change over, damn. Trying to beat the buzz, that's a game closer, damn. Gotta find a way, trying to stay sober, damn. I've been losing consciousness, can't tell my wrong from right. Vision color purple, all my life I hit the fight. Drinking till I spit up heavy, spinning poltergeist. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. I've been losing consciousness, can't tell my wrong from right. Vision color purple, all my life I hit the fight. Drinking till I spit up heavy, spinning poltergeist. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright.
I've been losing consciousness, can't tell my wrong from right. Vision color purple, all my life I hit the fight. Drinking till I spit up heavy, spinning poltergeist. We gon' be alright. I've been losing consciousness, can't tell my wrong from right. Vision color purple, all my life I hit the fight.
That was Vivitrol.
So basically, you took the Vivitrol that was on the project and then put my verse at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to speak for VA, but I think the struggle was, does it fit with the sonic arrangement of the rest of the songs, and he felt like it was better as a singular remix than confusing the arrangement of the tracks that he already had, because he was like, it feels different, so that's why we moved your verse to the front to see if that would make it feel better, but then it felt like with the track listing, does it still fit there? So he's like, I'll just release it after I release the project.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds different too from what I remember as well. So I don't know. We'll take it offline. Maybe there's something I can do on my end too. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Maybe you can stop drinking. Huh? How about that?
Yeah, I'm inspired. I'm inspired by our voices in rhyme form to change my lifestyle completely. Cool. This or that. I think I know what it is. It just, yeah, the sonically off a little bit. Out of 10. So we did introduce a new segment on this show. It's like, all right, we'll talk about an experience and then we'll give it a rating out of 10. Previous ones have been IKEA. We've talked about.
I have one. If you don't have one,
let's hear it. I don't. I was just
bullshitting.
kind of setting us up, and then I was like, I can pick one off the top of my head. But Dice, you have one. Let's hear about this.
All right. I know you've got the lovely misses in the background, but this is just in general, whether it's a romantic partner or like close friend. They are a 10 out of 10. However, you look at all of their profiles and their occupation is content creator. They are now a blank out of 10.
So publicly, they want to be perceived as content creator.
Yeah,
That's
that is
what
their
they wanna
that is
be
their
known
whole
as.
aura. That is their whole being. They are a content creator. excluding that, they are a 10 out of 10 person. They're like the perfect friend, partner, whatever. They've got bomb personality. They do dope stuff, but they're a content creator. What is their rating now?
I think here's my worry right off the bat. I'm like, how does this impact me? Right? Like, am I gonna have to hold the camera? Am I gonna have to hold your purse and all your shit and like take videos of you doing like TikTok dances in front of a fountain?
It's their being. You go out to eat. They're like, hold on, we got to film this. You go out
that
to a
would
movie.
annoy
They're
the
like, hold on, we're
shit
at
out of me.
the movie.
In that case, they're not a 10 personality. Fuck you. Like, you're a 0 personality. Could be a 10 looks, but 0 if you're forcing me to like pause while you take, 10 videos of the plate of food no one cares about. I'll give it a 5. I don't think it's a complete 0. It's not like an absolute deal breaker. Like relationship wise, I'd have to have a talk. Like, I'd be like, we're not doing this. And like, I'm not your cameraman.
Co-star.
Yeah. Once we launch the OnlyFans, co-star, maybe. No. Yeah. For me, I think it's a solid 5 out of 10. It's like, I hate it, but I would need to understand a little bit more of the whys. Why is this important to you? Why do you feel like how big is the following, right? If you're doing this and you have 16 people that are like and follow your account, fuck you, double fuck you.
Does it make a big swing if they're an aspiring content creator versus an established content creator?
I mean, you got to start somewhere, but also I'll just tell you, there was a girl that I wanted to get with in college. We stayed Facebook friends or Instagram friends or whatever. She's now super married, has kids. It's like 20 years ago was the last conversation I ever had with them, but somehow people just stay on your social media, She has now dedicated her entire social media to trying to become a content creator. So it is this exact example. She moved to Australia with her husband, who's like a doctor or something, and her child. And she makes him do the TikTok trends with her. And he's just sitting there holding the baby, like looking fucking miserable. And she's like, and being like, US mom in Aussie, follow the journey. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know why I'm still following. Now it's the cringe content. I'm like, I forgot you existed, but now I'm like looking at this nightmare, this bullet I dodged. That's even worse if they're aspiring and still doing it.
Before I give my rating, I feel like I'm the opposite. I feel like aspiring, I can kind of like, maybe there's a chance that this won't happen, versus somebody that's established and then maybe you're even out places and people will recognize them and then you have to be a part of this whole persona. I couldn't see myself a part of it. At first, when I first thought of this question, this was like a week ago, it just popped in my head of like, I was just scrolling Instagram or whatever, and or Threads, one of the social platforms, and then like I'll find people, they'll have an interesting video or a statement. I'm like, oh, okay, let me check out their profile and see, are they naturally funny or is this just like content creation? And then I keep finding these people just content creating, like their pages, their fucking mugshot as the thumbnail for 20 videos, and I'm like, like you could have like a 10 out of 10 joke for me, and the moment I see your content creator, I'm like, at first I was at a 6 and I was like, you know what, it's just annoying. It's not like the end of the world. It's just annoying. But then the more I thought about it, as I festered over the week, I'm like, no, fuck that. It's a 4. You're a 4 out of 10 if you're a content creator. You go immediately from a 10 to -6 points. And I'm not knocking like people making a career out of anything. It's just not for me. Like, I don't want to be out and like have to put on airs or like, oh, we need to film this video. I don't want to have to like watch you film a day in the life and you fucking moving the tripod just so you can film yourself waking up, and then you get up and then you go to the bathroom, you move the fucking tripod in the bath. Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't be around somebody whose like whole life is a film production. And for that reason, I dropped from a 6 immediately to a 4, because I'm like, if I want to get be an actor, I will go to fucking Hollywood and be an actor, not sit in fucking houses or apartments watching you tripod the fuck around the house. Stupid.
It's just so simple for you. Just go to Hollywood and be one. I don't know why everyone doesn't just do that.
Fuck, everybody tries to do it. They might as well. Shit, I couldn't be in like. I've only had a few encounters of this either, but I couldn't be somewhere where it's like full of content creator. Like I couldn't be in a content creator house where everybody's like walking around fucking filming themselves. Like that would drive me insane. Like the world is going literally balls deep insane at this point.
I'm gonna have to send you some of these videos. And I forgot to mention, she also got her family involved too. So her mom is like lip syncing whatever the TikTok trend is, off beat, off key, like not matching the lips at all, and like.
Are they one of those families that
infuriating?
Are they one of those families that like lay on each other's back and they're like take fucking Christmas picture shit?
Probably.
Let's make a family pyramid for this year's year-end picture.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I've got some videos to send you now that I'm thinking about it. Fuck that shit. I'm out.
I love Australia though. Shout out to Australia.
Just the fact that you move there doesn't make you interesting though. You know what I mean? Like,
don't ruin her whole shtick. That's her thing.
That's literally the whole shtick is like, I'm a stay-at-home mom who moved from US to Australia. Watch my life. Okay, well, your life is kind of nothing. Your life is making videos for making videos' sake because you're fucking bored and you don't have anything else to do.
Your life is mooching off of your rich husband while he saves people's lives and you like show how you can make a peanut butter casserole with raisins.
Imagine this motherfucker like just doing a heart transplant, lost the patient. He's like devastated. He's like, fuck, I had one more aorta ventricle valve to connect. I don't know. I'm not a med guy. Either way, he lost the patient, comes home like, oh, babe, I had a really hard day at work. She's like, I know, me too. I just couldn't get this video right. And now I need you to participate. Now I need you to stand there and hold the baby so I can show him what a loving family we have. Fuck you.
Yeah, I think that was also one of the reasons that I dropped down to a 4 is like I had a rough day at work and I'm like, you know what, that would suck. You had a long day at work, you come home and this bitch just wants to fucking put a cell phone in your face and make videos. 30-second clips.
Yeah. Pretend to be overjoyed about casserole. Go.
Watch me as I make tonight's dinner. Dinner reactions. Grocery haul. Fuck. All right. I think we've covered enough for today.
I think we have to.
Shout out to everybody who did want us to listen to some music. All Savant, VA, Noir, Fallen Dove, and those of you, Raquel Records, and I think there was one other person that I can't recall who listened to us babble for an hour and a half and some change. So we'll be back.
Did you mention Fallen Dove?
Yeah,
Also
I
posted.
mentioned Fallen Dove.
Shout out.
We'll be back on Sunday morning to listen to the free stuff in the free queue. So if you got stuff you want us to listen to or look at, rate, whatever it is, your dating profile, your drawings, your love note to your teacher in 3rd grade, share it with us. We won't call the cops. It's totally anonymous, somewhat. And we'll see you guys Sunday. And then I think I'll be back next week for Christmas Eve. I don't know. Might be another just short thing, but Bird won't be here. He's going to be eating peanut butter and waffle sandwiches in Washington.
Damn right. Microwaves, waffle sandwiches.
Yeah, send me the shopping list, man. I'll try it.
Word. Yeah, Sunday we're also doing a food swap. So Dice is going to be eating some microwave waffles with peanut butter and syrup. And I am going to eat some of his delicacy, salt and vinegar chips with strawberry applesauce.
Oh, man. I'm going to have some of that after this show.